Why, hello there, guys. Welcome to Stonehearth. I thought I'd try this game out just because it looks cool. You know, I don't see a lot of people making videos about this. And, well, I don't really want to play Minecraft right now. Just because I don't really have a lot of friends, and Minecraft's more than one of those multiplayer games that it's not really a single player game unless you really have something to kind of keep it interesting and keep it going. So I figured I'd do Stonehearth. So let's start out with a new game. This is a story of a brave band of settlers from... So there's the Ascendancy, which is earnest, hardworking, loyal, and well-rounded citizens of the Ascendancy chop. Build and farm, confident, knowing that their world is theirs to inhabit. So this is, it's the starter path you can go. And then there's Rise Children, which is more, it's a DLC really, but it basically, the people of the desert learned early that to survive they needed each other, and preferably as many others as they could reach. Now visitors find them generous hosts with access to goods from all over the world. This is going to be more of a harder one, so I'm not going to do that, because, you know, it's going to be, yeah. So the Ascendancy, prosperous and industrious kingdom. Seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to... So, with the desert, it's going to be a lot more difficult, and since we're not going that way, we're going to go this way. A location that... Oh, I should have said... Oh. Okay. Whatever that forest is, yeah, location yeah, okay. So, we can pick what difficulty we want. We could do peaceful. I'm not going to do that. I might do that later, but not right now. We're going to do normal. Just because, yeah. A location that is sure to be inspiring place to all new who start a new build. Alright. So, let's select our roster. So, they have different ones. Oh, that is handy. Okay, I just read that one for the first time. Basically how the cultists work is they believe in a bunny god and, you know, all this other stuff. I don't like cultists. I find them annoying. So we want a good farmer. Goat. Will basically eat anything. They are not picky at all. Sometimes to disgust to those around them. Goat is actually really handy. I've noticed playing a little bit of it alone. Goat basically allows them to eat anything, just like it says, but they won't complain about it because they're not picky. And then having a farmer, that's gonna help because that'll help with food really fast. So this one is a worker. I should also tell you about these stats. So the way these stats work is the body basically helps with, well, as it says here, competence at physical activities. Earthlings with a high body stat will move a bit faster, attack harder, and live longer. Influences muscle, speed, and stamina. And then spirit, faith in other people. A high spirit Hearthling will easily befriend animals and stand strong against enemies. Influences courage, willpower, and compassion. So spirit is very handy. And then there's mind, the ability to think intelligently. A high mind stat allows the Hearthling to excel in complex mental activities such as crafting. Influences diligence, courtesy, and inventiveness. So, because they are a worker and they're a professor, which will help people gain experience in the basics of their class, though their expectations tend to be a bit long-winded. So, the way this works is you want, like, if you're going to do a crafter, if you have a crafter, you want high mind, because they'll be able to excel in those crafting. You want like any of your like footmen, you want them to be high body because, like it says, attack harder. And then for spirit, that's gonna help with what was it? Yeah, so it'll be better for I would say healers and trappers, just because healers are gonna need that willpower and compassion, and it'll also help with the courage, influences courage, because that'll help with the footmen. So this isn't exactly the best. Now for Sheen, Freywind, sorry, it's great because he's a farmer, so I'm not gonna need to worry about that. But he's good in body and spirit, which will be fine because he's a farmer. So I'm gonna re-roll. So we have the jokester, loves to tell jokes. Are they good? It's tough to say, but they frequently seem to leave others with a smile. So I'm actually going to skip this, and I will see you guys when I see you. Mahaha. And we're back. So this is our people. So we have Heart of a Crafter, which means they'll be they love to craft, and that's gonna work with our mind. I wasn't too worried about these other stats. I wanted to get at least a 3, because that's at least half, which will be good. They'll be able to move really fast. I have this one as a pack mule, so they're gonna most likely, what they're gonna do is they're going to basically carry everything and move it to place. And because they have high body, they'll be able to move a lot faster. They'll be able to do the things that we need them to do. And with the high spirit, it'll be good. I'm not too worried about making them into a crafter, because I'm not going to. And because Chopper is a jokester, it'll keep them happy, so it'll keep the spirits high, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep their spirits high. And so this one, the Night Owl. The day only really begins once the sun has set. So they're going to work at night, and they're going to work a lot faster at night, because the way it works is, because they're night owls, their day is their night, and it'll make them just be a lot faster. And they're going to be I don't know yet. I'm gonna probably have them be guards. So this one will probably be a guard. This one will probably be a guard. This one is gonna be a crafter along with this one. This one will most likely be an herbalist or a guard. I don't know yet. This one's just gonna carry stuff. This one's gonna be the farmer. Most likely the herbalist, just because it has the herbalist. But yeah, and then that will give it, and then any other people, I'll look at their stats first. And depending on their stat is where I'm going to put them. If they have high body, I'm going to keep them as a worker, and they're just going to haul stuff all over the place, which will be nice. So, yeah. So let's accept. So this is how you first start. So there's 2 more coming soon. But what you can do is you can start off with a bunch of food, a farmer, and just start off it like that. Or what you can do, which is the merchant caravan, you can start with a trapper, a footman, an herbalist, berries, and gold. And that's actually the one I'm going to start off with, just because it's going to be a lot easier. So you get to start off with a lot more stuff, and so that now we get to pick the area we start off with. So if I were to start right here, the minerals would be high, the wildlife would be high, and the trees and plants would be high. But if you go like to here, the wildlife is high, the trees and plants, they're alright. And so the square we have is how big the entire map is going to be. So I could start us off right here, and then just start over here. But then we'd have like high minerals over here. I don't really want to do the mineral way, so I'm going to put it right about here, because right here is going to have a good amount of trees and plants, a good amount of wildlife, and a good amount of minerals. which will start us off really well. Like, I don't want to start off here because we won't have any minerals. So I'm just going to start us off right here. That's where we're going to settle. Because you want to have a nice balance between trees and plants, and then a nice balance between the minerals and the wildlife, because that'll just keep the kingdom a well-rounded kingdom. So I'm going to zoom out as much as possible. And then I want to pick a really nice place to settle. I could settle up right here, but I don't really want to. But yeah, so there's a bunny statue there, which means we could get some cultists. Yeah, I can't zoom out any further. The thing is, you want to start it off on like the same plane, because that way they'll be able to do a lot more stuff. So I think I might just start it off like right around here, or like maybe here, and that way I can kind of, if I need to, build out from here. And that way you got a nice, yeah, I'm going to start off right here. And then, yeah, and then we'll just, I'm going to just put it over here in the corner. Because I don't know of any, like, waterways yet. So, our settlement. I already have a name for this. And if I can find my notepad that I had up here for it. Here it is. Okay. So we are going to be the Braven Kingdom. Maha. Braven Kingdom. If I can know how to do this right. Braven. Alright. Braven Kingdom. That's weird. Okay. So we're just gonna have them harvest all of this, all of this, all of this, all of that. And we're just gonna keep it at that for right now. I'm not sure if they can get out, so I'm just gonna build a ladder. And yeah, they should be able to get out, I think. Yeah. I don't know. They seem to be fine. They seem to be fine for right now. So, right, so lack of safety, we can fix that. And then pioneering spirit and had a great talk. Nice. So, they're going to be tearing down this, and I need to go through who was you? You are going to become a footman. That'll help with the safety issue. You are going to become a herbalist. And then you're going to be a farmer. You were going to be a carpenter. And you are going to be our trapper. Okay, so they're all out of the water, which is fine. You have some stuff there, but that's okay. So, now that we have this going, I'm going to keep their harvest going, and that's all I'm going to worry about right now, as of right now. Because I don't really need to worry about it, or anything else, because I want to make sure that they get this whole place farmed before I start having them build stuff, because their building takes forever. Like if we look here, we have the herbalist cottage, dining hall, cottage for two, and we have trader. Okay, Um, welcome to the area, folks. Goodness to you people look starved. Goodness, you people look starved. Here's something to help. Aw, thanks. That's nice. Don't know why, but you know, they're nice. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have our little combat area. They're going to defend this area. So goblins won't be able to spawn here or anything like that because we're going to have this whole place figured out. So this whole thing is going to get farmed. I want them to farm that as well. Yeah, so this whole place is going to get a bunch of buildings, and this will be like our little kingdom. I like the way this is set up because we have like a little moat, and we won't be like attacked super easily, which is like super handy. So yeah, so that means that the only attacks we'll be getting is from right here, and with our guard defended here, it'll be a little easier. As we expand and like grow out, it'll be a little bit more difficult, but as for right now, it won't matter as much. And so yeah, so they're working on that. We're gonna get plenty of wood. I'm gonna stick all of our stockpiles like right over here. So this is yeah, we'll just stick that to specifically that resource, and then this resource is going to be yeah, it'll be not construction, it'll be food and drink, and then metal bars, all that. Yeah, and that's going to be just that stuff, which will be fine for right now. They'll be moving all this stuff over. I am going to speed this up because they're going to take forever to do that. Now, I'm just going to take that right there for right now. And then right, I would say this whole area, about 10 by 4, we'll do these 4. So it'll be tools and goods, and then we'll do a 4 by 4 for all the wealth. I don't think we're gonna fill this up really quickly. If I need to, I can always extend it, but I'm not worried about it right now. I'm gonna keep this up for oh no, never mind. It'll hover it. Okay. So yeah. So with all this being collected and put over and stored over here, I am slightly worried that we're gonna fill up. But at the same time, not really, because once we get our do we not have our crafter up? We do not have our crafter up. Carpenter. I knew you were supposed to be here somewhere. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the carpenter to build his workbench. And then we're going to get the herbalist to build her workbench once we harvest some of those herbs. We'll just do that. I'll just have them slowly work out this way, just so that they can get those berries, and then we'll just use those berries as fuel for us eventually. But yeah. Oh, and there's berries over here too. Okay, cool. Well then, I will just set this up right here. Yeah. I don't want them doing too much, so that actually might be too much. I'm not sure. But we're just going to keep them around here, and the guard will be right here, and if I need to, I'll just call them in. But now I need to begin working on where I'm going to stick everything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the carpenter's house, yeah, right around here somewhere. I might need to move this one, and then I'll move it on the other side or something. because I want these resources to be here, and then I want the carpenter house to be next to it, and then I want the crafts that it makes over here as well, near the whole thing. And then I think what we'll do is on the other side, we'll work on keeping everything situated. And the nice thing is I can always move them and like have them dig into here, get the minerals they need, come back, and it's not too far away. And that's what you kind of want to work on. But yeah, so they're gonna be hard at work on this. I'm gonna have them harvest these, and then I'm gonna have them move them closer to the fire, like right, I would say here. And I'll just move these. Right. I want them fairly spaced out, and then yeah. So okay, so there's those three. I think I am gonna move these just until we get a farmer farming those, or a farmer leveled up enough to where they can farm those. I'll spread these out too. Why not? I will look at that in a minute. Okay. Yeah. So we don't have enough net worth, and we don't have enough food. So estimated value of your town, collect items, accumulate gold, and build buildings to increase your net worth. So once we start building buildings, this is gonna jump like crazy high. So this, we need higher quality of food, provides higher food scores, which will be nice. But because we don't have a cook or anything like that, we can't exactly do that. But yeah, so carpenter workbench, let's put that right there. And then let's go to the herbalist, get her to... Still don't have your herbs, huh? That's not exactly an herb, now is it? That would be an herb. I wonder... Well, that would be able to get us up there. Let's do it, because we need to harvest those as well. Yeah, I think that'll be our herbs. Yeah. So, we shall see what goes on. We shall see what transpires. Wow, okay, so they're pretty much done on that. Which is exactly... He's going to be working on getting this ladder up. And as he comes over here, we can kind of discover more herb possibilities. I'm not too worried about discovering a bunch of areas right now. I'm going to move these, though, to be right around here. That way, it's not so much of a walk as he walks back. But yeah, this will just keep things going. And since there's a bunch of animals, that'll keep our trapper happy. I would assume. So now can the herbalist build? Yes. Okay. So those are the ones you need. You need the pink ones. Yeah. So she'll be working on her lab, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have the carpenter, and the carpenter is going to pretty much build, not 99. We're gonna do about 10. Even though we have 7 citizens, we're gonna do 10 for right now. And then I'm gonna start. Wait a minute. Okay. So right over here is where I'm gonna start building. So for right now, we're gonna do some tiny cottages, and then so we're gonna push it back as much. Okay, so that's where we can put it, and that's where we're going to put it. So that's where that's gonna stay. That's gonna start building that, and then we're just gonna keep building these tiny cottages, and we're gonna put them right next to each other with a space in between, just in case we want to put anything there. I'm just gonna keep building a bunch of these. We need about 7 for the 7 we have, and then we'll start building more. I don't know if they mate or anything. If they do, then I can just build the small cottages, in which case everything should be fine, like a cottage for 2 and whatnot. And the shared sleeping quarters, that would be nice, but we don't exactly have anything like that. So that's 5. And because of the way we started, it'll just make things a lot easier because they have a lot of stuff that they can start building with. So yeah, can we fill? Can we fit? Okay, so we can't do it with this space, but we can at least do it there. And that'll handle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 6? No, that's 7. Never mind. I know how to count. Not really. But this will be nice because it's... Okay, nice. He's leveling up really fast, which is nice. Interesting. Did not think they were going to put ladders there. But that's okay. So, even though they're small, it'll be really nice. Just because it leaves a lot of space that we can do stuff with. As we go along with other things, I might even stick the carpenter house like around here, and then the herbalist, and we'll just stick all the crafting stuff around here. In which case, if we're going to do that, I need to first measure out how many spaces. So 3. Alright, so if I stick that there, it'll be 3, and then 6, 7. Remove. Keep this building, remove this building. Okay. Carpenter house. So we're just gonna do that. It's not as spaced as I would like it, but that's okay. So we'll build that. And then the herbalist house. That one's a lot bigger. I don't know why. But we're gonna stick that pretty close to the carpenter, just cause I feel like it. Actually, I'm gonna wait on the herbalist house for right now. Net worth is also not amount. So the food is a thing that we need to worry about. So we're gonna harvest up those berries, harvest up these, harvest that up, harvest these berries, and then as soon as our carpenter can build a hoe, awesome, we're going to have them prioritize that. So they're gonna work on. So he's gonna work on that. We're gonna get that farmer up, and he can pretty much build everything now except for this, and it requires level 6 carpenter. That's okay. I'm going to have him build an extra one of those eventually. Don't know what's going on. So yeah, so he's gonna be building this, and this will have both the carpenter stations I'm gonna have the other carpenter station right here just in case. But this is the herbalist lab, so we're gonna stick her right there. So she picks up her thing and we'll do that. Yeah. So far, so good. So far, great things are happening. They're working on all this, which will keep the majority of them happy, I assume. But yeah, the biggest thing is the food. I have no. Okay, so they're all going for. They're all hungry. Okay, so they're all eating. That's okay. I'd like for them not to be, but you know, they are. So I'm just gonna move all these bushes over. So I think 5? Yeah. We'll just make an orchard of them. Or that's another thing. Put in the comments what you think like an orchard for bushes would be called. Or if you do know what it is, just let me know. Alright, so we have our first invaders. So they're stonelings. One guy can pretty much handle these things. I do have auto looting on, so I don't have to worry about the auto looting. That'll be pretty much taken care of. One of the things I am worried about is his health, because I don't have a way of regenerating right now. So he'll have to eat and yeah. Eventually he should go to bed or eat. Did he just make an animal? He made an animal friend, didn't he? Basic combat training. So he's lonely. Slept on ground. Scratched. Meal is raw. You have to be careful with these because they're annoying. My pet nibbles away and he manages to... Okay, so turns out he does have a pet. Didn't know that. But I have to worry about his pet now because... if they die, he gets super lonely. He gets sad because it died. It just makes things not fun for me. They don't do stuff. The nice thing is it's getting... yeah. And I think this is a great place to leave off the first episode. So, as a great episode as this is, I will see you guys next time. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all continue to enjoy. And just come and visit every once in a while. Oh, I should probably, before I go, I will designate a stockpile right in front of here. It'll go 20 by 15. And this will be for construction. Everything that's constructed there. So all construction will go there. Yes, they're going to be working on that. I really want them to get these houses done. Wait, do they already have the houses done? Oh, no, never mind. Okay. See you guys later.